Hello. This is the 4 a.m. debrief. Coming back at you on another Thursday. You know how we do. It is me, one of your lovely hosts, Kay. Joined with my other lovely host, we have.
Hello, it's Hannah.
Hey, it's Gal.
Hey, it's Zuri.
And we have a couple of treats for you. We have 2 treats for you, exactly. We are joined today with our 2 guests, our 2 girls. Introduce yourself,
very
ladies.
special guests.
Hey, I'm Sen. Hey, y'all. It's Amelie. You're used to this voice.
Right. Ladies, we are so happy to have you on the podcast. How are y'all feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes. All right. So, how was everyone's weekend?
Don't ask me that question. Yeah, don't look at me, girl. Look at anybody else. Yeah, me. You already know. If you know, you know. Yeah, I can. No, mute me for this section. Thank you.
So,
please.
as you know, it was Halloween weekend. You know, it's that famous weekend in college where everyone's dressed up as in girl world. Halloween weekend. It's Halloween. Halloween
is the one night of the year where girls can get like sluts and nobody cares.
No other girls say anything.
Girls just wear bunny ears and lingerie.
Oh, she knows the whole thing.
Come on, acting.
No, mean girls can't.
Down.
Honestly, it's just the night where everyone goes out and gets wasted out of their mind. More for like till November.
Yeah,
But not us though.
because we keep it sober.
We keep it
Stay sober.
Yeah, not us.
Not us. We don't do any of that paraphernalia.
That's all the other colors.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're just sleep deprived.
We don't do that stuff. We don't do that.
Thank you. We don't participate in that behavior. No.
So allegedly somebody threw up in the elevator. I saw it on the allegedly.
I didn't see an image. I saw a picture, so I think it's confirmed.
And I really wish I didn't see that picture.
I saw that picture too. It was so nasty.
Somebody was like in the elevator and they had to smell it. Like, got the fuck off the elevator. Why did you smell it?
No, but I want to know what dorm building that shit was in.
It was in my building.
Damn. Of course it was in your fuck ass.
Okay, alright. Did you also have a ride with the motherfucking elevator? I didn't take the fall.
Because she can take the stairs, that's why.
Serious, but lots of love.
Lots of love. Always lots of love. It's always love. Anyways, so on today's episode, we're going to get really real and we're just going to talk about what it's like to adventure into adulthood. You know, we're all between like 18 and 19 years old, so like we're still young.
Allegedly.
We're still young. We're still learning. Legally, we're adults, I guess, in this country, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I have a lot to say about that.
Because just yesterday, I was just holding my mom's hand in the grocery store, but now I'm going to the grocery store by myself. Like, what? What do you mean?
No, it icks me out. No.
Stand in the line for her.
Yes, and when she walks away. But now I'm the one who's doing the self-checkout.
Exactly.
Damn.
It's so like weird because at 18, like we live in America, obviously. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy how we can vote, we can go to the military, but we can't do all the fun shit. Like, all the fun shit is left for the 21. Take me back, thank you.
I think fucking should.
Because it's legal.
It's legal. All done legally.
I was just there for the vibe.
Right.
Like the gap of being a legal adult and legally being able to do adult stuff is too long.
Thank you. 4 years too long.
Ages of 18 and 20. You're all the same.
It's the same. It's so
literally so teenager. Literally so
16 to 20.
You're basically the same. Yeah. Basically, the girls be locked in.
Like, I'm not anything about that.
Okay, but like,
from what I've heard.
you're allowed to drive at 16, but you have to wait till you're 21 to do like all the fun stuff.
Exactly. Let's be real. if you drive, you know that's way more responsibility than drinking. Like that's lives in your hands.
Yeah,
it's a machine. You're literally taking a machine.
Right. You're operating heavy ass machinery.
I don't get that.
You do one swerve, and you're off a guardrail.
Yeah, no, literally.
Off a Jersey barrier.
No.
Oh.
And I feel the same way. It's so crazy. Oh, we have a door opening. Welcome. Cam, say hi.
So my name's Cam.
Yeah. This is what happens when you let a straight man in, guys.
What's up? What's up with you?
What's up with you?
Happen again, guys.
Hey, baby girl, what's good?
So Cam, we're talking about adulthood and like what it's like to like be starting adulthood, and you know, it's fuck ass. Let me tell you
So many responsibilities.
So like today, I was like running errands. I went to the fucking Apple store. I went to Target. I went to Whole Foods, and like when I was in Whole Foods, I was like really like looking at myself, and I was like, damn, I'm doing adult shit right now. Like buying groceries. Like this is stuff that like my mother does. Like I would do it with her. Like trying to push the cart with her. Like I'd push the cart, and she'd be like, "Don't hit me with the cart." And I would hit her with the cart by accident. I'm sorry. But like now I'm pushing the cart, and it's like I'm pushing the cart to the fucking checkout, and I have to pay with my own money.
Yeah.
My money.
And you can all the way back to the dorm and forget.
And I forget shit. Yeah, don't.
No.
You bring your list, your shopping list.
I do bring my shopping list though.
I used to add to my mom's list.
Right, but now it's because I'm in my pocket.
Like literally, like sending your mom off to this grocery store, like, "Can you give me this? Can you give me some candy or whatever?" Like just adding on to her list and shit like that.
Can we talk about how much fucking money buying your own toilet paper drains?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how expensive life was until I left my
Exactly.
until I started living.
When you hit 18.
Never go back and make some sense.
No, thank you.
No, like I'm literally pushing 20 and I can't. Like I just
you,
can't believe not being a
It's
teenager.
scary. Like,
Yeah.
let me be a teenager. Like,
Not like all of a sudden, you know.
I am. No,
I don't want to think about it.
No,
No.
20 is crazy.
You're gonna still be a 20 teenage-year-old girl. Like, if that never ends, you never leave that, bro.
40 and I'm still a teenager.
Yes, 40.
That sounds like a good life choice.
Like, there's really 40, but you still have sound like a little teenager in you, bro.
I don't think that's okay.
Let me be outside.
Oh.
40.
No, like, I just think, like, adulting is so crazy because, like, I got my first ever, like, my own card, like, when I came here, like, for college and shit. My parents were like, okay, now you can go on your own card. And I was like, okay, cute. Of course, they fill it up because I don't know how to handle my own. But the first, like,
Because we can't have jobs.
thank you. I have never worked
Okay,
a job in
even if
my
you want a
life.
job, no one's hiring.
No, yeah, that too.
Hired.
And it's just like, you know, full power to all the people that had jobs like in their teenage years. Like y'all were real ass
Wait, who had a
bitches.
job
Y'all were
in the
adults.
teenage years. So we have Kim,
I've never
Anna.
not worked like this since I was
we have
like
Zuzu,
15.
we have
Wow.
Sam, we have Amelie.
I've never had a job.
That was the only one. But like that's a good like position to be in. Though.
Right, but it's also like I feel like I'm at a deficit because you guys already have kind of lived adulthood because you had a job.
Yeah,
you had to manage your own money.
It's like fucking boring.
Thank you. You had to buy your own shit. I just started having my own shit, so it's crazy.
One thing about being here, I'm so happy I do not need to fill up a fucking tank.
Literally,
Because like literally when I started driving, I was
Expensive.
acting like I had
I
all
take
the
a
gas
day.
money.
Literally.
I don't know how I was able to.
I was transferring my savings account to my checking account. That's fucked up though. It's like why they jack that shit up? I have to get around.
It's the economy.
My economy,
economy.
where I come from, the state that I live in, it's not walkable at all.
Yeah,
Like I could not walk.
And like my first car was a sports car, so I was pushing that bitch like burning gas. Like I don't know what that was.
I had a RAV4, so that shit would go. And I was asleep.
And none of the friends were coughing.
I was a speed demon. We're all broke. We all broke together. Yeah. And then I'll pay you. What, $5? I'm not gonna do
And then you just don't hear about it again.
Right.
No, like me and my cousin just had a deal. I would drive and she would buy me food.
Real.
like, that's
Feed your drivers, y'all.
Like,
Feed your
after school, like, hey, you want to get food? You drive, okay? Like,
Vibe. Real.
I say I tell myself for my car back, but I don't miss the gas.
I do miss. I love driving.
I love driving.
Exactly.
Like,
The freedom of driving. Yes, and the sunroof open. And you're speeding on the highway.
How do you move over?
No, okay, but I went back home and I drove like that, and like it felt weird at first, but I was like, wow, damn, I was surprised.
No, yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
Buying your own.
So it's the only one who's not a driver here.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm glad because I can't drive.
That's the only thing. Like you're not an adult.
He's passive.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
He is
I've had a job like during my gap year, I was just working the whole entire time, so I've experienced kind of like how it is being an adult. I'd say, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it was kind of ass, honestly.
You're 19.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know you. I actually just met these people.
Because I'm like, yeah, like, what's your name again?
Kind of. That's the
like,
I know, literally. Anyways.
but like, yeah, no, I'm like so close to 20, but I still feel like I'm so inexperienced, even with like a whole fucking 9 months of just straight adulting shit. Like going from high school to working, bruh, no, it's not cute at all.
Working during high school.
Oh, that shit is ass.
Oh, working during high school is actually so fucking hard.
It was humbling.
Why was I up from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m.?
Thank you. No, on Fridays I would close.
Senior year was like 5 to 7 days a week of working because we were saving up for college.
Yes,
that's real shit.
I didn't even fucking see.
Working over the weekend.
Yes, because like all your friends are out. All your friends are like, oh my god, let's go on the pool. Let's go to the beach. I can't fucking go.
Like a 5 to 1 a.m. shift.
Thank you.
Have a class
And
the
then when
next
they put
day.
you in the night shift, and you're like,
I'm always at the night shift. I worked at this place for 2 years of my life. I always asked them, can I work in the day side? Can I work on the day side? They always put me at fucking night.
I hated that shit.
Like my friends all have my location. They'd be like, "Don't even text Amelie. She's at work."
Or no, they would always like
no,
FaceTime me
please. Like, I'm so hard to
uniform with my fucking name tag on.
Okay, like on the other side of adulthood, like being burned out. We were talking about the gas prices, but now let's talk about the Uber prices we're spending.
Oh, the Uber is bad. It takes everything up.
I don't do Uber, so
I don't do Uber either.
But
I haven't done Uber recently. I'm becoming one of the locals. But in the beginning, I was.
But you and Charlie?
Influences. You
and Charlie on the Uber.
No, because that's how I got around.
You and Charlie in that podcast bicycle thing after the fashion show?
Bro, $90
to travel around.
Fucking bike ride.
Literally, it's actually crazy.
That was insane.
Really? It was a cute like ride though for y'all. Like, anyways.
So you paid for the radio at that point.
I was like, girl, no. You said what? 90 who? I was like, no, she said, girl, it's fine.
I'm never paying $9 for transportation. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I paid at least like 70 to get home. Really? But that's because like I lived so far from where I was at. That's why. Because I lived like 40 minutes out from like the city. That's where the party was.
Where it was like, where you have to like wait and save. I would do that.
Wait and save? I couldn't do it. No, because like my thing was I'd be out partying and Ubers were the only way I could get home. The train was closed. Nobody could pick me up. Mommy, Poppy, sleep. So all I could do was
never want to pick me up.
like, Mom, pick me up. I'm scared. Like, take me home.
You never wanted me out. The fuck? I was doing that on my own.
You
never wanted me out.
Mommy and Poppy never knew. Like, in Minnesota.
Real as fuck. It's doing it illegally. Like,
9 a.m. like the next day.
We'd be outside.
Like, but illegal means like, okay.
I was like my parents' rule.
Yeah. Okay. Why was I 18 years old? 10 p.m. curfew on the weekend.
Thank you. I was like fully an adult, and it was summertime. We're about to go to college. No, you have to be home by 10. It's summertime.
No, I would literally be like, Mom, it's summer. Like, can I go out? I'm like, it's my. I know. I would always be like, it's senior year. Like, I'm not gonna see them again. Please, can I go out? But like, okay, the upside. Okay, let's give a pro. A pro for adulthood and like going to college. Bitch, I don't gotta tell anybody where I'm going.
Oh, my location's always changed. It looks like I'm in the dorm when I'm truly in a different part of the city.
My mom has my location, but I don't give a fuck. What could you do?
No, yeah, my parents have my location, but they don't even know where I am for real.
They don't know the city.
No, because like when I was back home and like my parents had no game. Tell me why. When it was Senior Assassin, like just this little fun little game, I was like, wait, I have to turn on I have to turn it off for Senior Assassin. So I had 2 months with no parent location. Thank you. Because apparently Senior Assassin lasted till July.
They have to know. What do they know about Senior Assassin?
Senior Assassin March to July.
Thank you. It was such a long
ended in June. That shit ended the first week of June.
That shit ended when you went to college.
Yeah, girl. Unless you're trying to do super Senior Assassin.
It was Summer Assassin.
No, but they got that now. Sorry.
But
It's okay though.
I don't care. You don't know where I'm going.
The best thing is like even if your parents do have your low, which I will never have, if they can't do anything about it, what are you gonna hop on a plane to New York?
They're gonna ground me? They're gonna ground me?
No.
Right.
Like you can't. Lock me in my door. Yeah. The party will come to me then.
And it does.
The dorm parties.
That's another
The dorm parties.
Y'all, we can throw parties at our own house because it's our fucking
It's our house. Like mom and dad don't have to be gone for the weekend.
Exactly.
Are parents gonna be there? No, because no one's a parent.
No one's gonna wake up at the crack of dawn and clean up before they get home from the train.
I feel like a calm down. So there's a lot of like responsibility. It's like you have to like clean a space now. It's like like okay. I was
always so much chores.
Kay has OCD on like OCD. But it's okay. Like he's keeping.
I'm going to the dishwasher.
I'm glad he has OCD. If he didn't have OCD, no, not really clean. We don't. No, if I didn't make the mess, I'm not gonna clean it. Do I look like you, Mandy? Do I look like a fucking housemaid? I know it's not the help, bitch. I'm not. What is it? I'll take it, butler. I'm not her. I'm not doing no little mess up. Please.
Wait.
Wait.
Sorry, that's just how we do it.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's the problem. Like, I'm learning, living with other people. Like I'm learning a lot about myself and like growing and like living with people and like learning just like different adult like boundaries and like just a lot of stuff. I feel like you grow at a rapid speed in college. Like the first week I'm here, I'm like, bitch, you don't even know me no more. You move back home.
That's what I said.
I'm a whole new person.
I archived everything. I did everything. Like I blocked bitches. I unfollowed. I archived. Like
we did the purge.
Thank you. It's like you're not gonna be awesome.
Wait. I still like let them follow me because I'm like I want them to see how I'm doing.
Right. I want them to see the glow up. But you're still gonna be on my followed because like you're my fan.
A lot of people like unfollow, but I'm like
I unfollow y'all.
I know you saw me in my pink fucking robe, bitch. It's fucking mine. So yeah, no.
Wait, drop some names. Drop some names. Name drop.
Fucking Beaver, you racist fucking.
We'll jump her. Just kidding. I don't think it's illegal. Allegedly, we're jumping. And Barbie ski mask. That might happen. Barbie ski mask. That's not us. Not us. Sister, and you see the bitch about just fucked up bomb. Go the other way. Go the other way. Oh my god.
She's a runner, so.
That's what you need to know. We're chasers. Cal's a runner too. He's going to chase after her. Thank you.
Cal is a runner,
and I am this weekend. Oh, chill on me. Right. Chill the fuck on me. Wait, we really can't get into it? Yeah, no.
No, we can't.
This weekend will not be touched. It's called archive. Like my brain, I don't think it's.
You archived it.
I literally archived it. It's not there. Like, what happened Friday?
You have video evidence, Cal.
And this is what happens when there's evidence. It gets burnt, or I just refuse to look
It's
at
in the
it.
shared album, sweetie. It's there forever.
So, if you see me in a fucked ass bob running across the streets of the city, wasn't me, yo. It was my alter ego. Like,
to go the other way.
I am a Gemini, so that was my alter ego. One of my many personalities, babe. That wasn't the real me.
This was the meanest personality I've ever met.
Okay, maybe Chuck.
Like see what I mean?
Sorry.
Like I live with Cal, but I've seen all the personalities. Like when he's hanging out with like different people and he's at a party, like when he's with the white girls, he's just like different personalities now.
Or sometimes when he talks like
Fred, he gets this little accent.
He does.
Hey, dude. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Hey, how's it going? Fred, hey, dude, my brother. How's it going, brother? It's a little Miami accent.
It's my bro. Like, I'm not gonna like.
You gotta say it. Hey, dude.
Hey, dude, what's good? Like, what's good? Whenever I talk to Fred, I'm like, hey, dude, like, what's good?
No, I'm looking at the little sister.
I'm not trying to die. Like, you know, because I'm able to like read a room and know who to be in that situation.
That's exactly what you have to do when you're skinny.
Thank you. Thank you. All the black people in here get it. All the people of color get it. Like, you have to code switch. Thank you. And you know who I hate? I hate all black bitches that are like, oh, I don't need to code switch. Okay, you're not gonna like have to jump on me and tell me that I'm being anti-black for code switching. No, I'm trying to save myself.
Survival.
Thank you.
We learned this shit.
You may be in your HBCU now, but when you go on the roads, you gotta interact with everybody.
Thank you. It's the same bitch. It's the same bitch in that HBCU.
As lovely as that would be.
Right.
It's those ones.
We can't. Okay, I'm sorry, but we can't be black. I'm sorry. It's a crime to be black.
It's hardly,
a crime.
Yeah.
I don't make English essay about this shit, but it's a crime to be black in America.
So then when I feel uncomfortable in certain situations, you'll just see like a different Cal. Like,
right.
If I'm around a bunch of white people, you'll see, hey girl Cal. Like, you'll see like, Allie comes out. That's my Callie. Like,
right. You have the black pride,
but just to add to the point, like, we just have to uplift our joy and not.
We have joy in our community though.
Yeah, and like make this.
I live for me.
Isn't built for us.
Alright, it's not. Sorry, so it's a build it.
You have to finesse that shit.
You have to finesse that shit, and that's like all. That's what adulthood is about, though. Adulthood
is about
finesse.
You have to make your budget stretch.
You have to DIY shit sometimes, or do so. For me personally, I haven't had a job in so long, so. Haircuts, mad expensive. 60,
at home.
Yeah, all the time. Self cut.
They give me good fades. Thank you. I need a new one though, so let's
so bad.
No, because haircuts are like $60.
I paid $50 for a haircut here, and I got fucking razor bumps.
Ooh, see, it's just so expensive. Getting your hair done here, it's mad expensive.
Literally.
How much is getting your hair done? It's like 100.
No, this bitch
this
bitch at the school
for hair, just like braids or retwist.
Charged me $180 for my
retwist. Anybody.
$180 for a retwist. I said a 10% discount. That was disrespectful.
I want to go like deeper into budgets because I'll let y'all know like. Getting this card has been crazy for me because I know that my parents can't see the transactions. So I've just been spending. Yeah. But then sometimes it's like, maybe I do want to use mom's card or dad's card. Like, hey, father, like, let me run up the money. Let me run up the bank. But I don't want to make it look like
talk about the guilt.
The guilt. Like, I'm just using it for the money. But I am.
No, that's how I feel. It's like, I text my parents and I'm like, hey.
So y'all want to send $100 right now?
Please.
Every time I'm like, I try to talk about other stuff. I'm like, but there also is the issue of there's another thing I need to be paid.
And another thing.
I get the call every time. I'm like, and by the way,
if you want to send me money, you like that.
You start a little, 50, 100.
Bless the cash
out of all my hair supplies. So,
but I don't want her to think that just because. Like, I'm only calling her just to get money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel bad, and I feel bad for asking.
I always feel bad.
It's so damn expensive.
I know.
That it's just like, I don't want to make her pockets hurt.
Exactly. Because money don't go long. It don't go long here at all.
I feel like we're realizing the value of a dollar for real.
Exactly.
Like, I've been like,
and I also
don't have cute spending habits, but
I never really took money for granted.
Also,
I feel like it also helps us realize what our parents did for us. You know,
it does.
They really worked.
My mom came to this. Yeah, like she came to this country like as an immigrant woman, and like didn't really know how this country really worked, and just like I guess
until I see you.
I just know like so many Filipino women who came here really young, like my age, and they had to learn how to budget and stuff like that, and I'm just like struggling to do that myself. I'm like, how did you do that? And it's crazy. It's like
it gives you a
no, I get it.
I feel like it gives hope though, because I feel like we're already like set in a.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I get it completely. No, I was also gonna say like sometimes I would look at my parents as just like a cash outlet, but then being here, it's like damn. So you did go through all this work. You did do all that. Right. I guess I have to be like. A little bit nicer, but then the trauma comes in, so it's like. Thank you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
No, because like honestly, the distance has been like so good.
Makes the heart grow.
It's been so good like for my family. But like, damn, our break a month long.
No, it's
I know we're gonna get into it.
I'm so scared to go back home for too long. Like I've been back home for like it's literally been like 2 days, like a day and then a night max that I've done.
The thing is, like, I miss home, but at the same time, it's like I think I just missing New York. Like wanting to be.
Yes, I'm gonna miss it here.
I can't wait.
I haven't felt homesick like at all here. Like
I'm starting to feel. Yes, I did.
I was like that for a while, but now I'm like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel homesick?
No. Yeah, girl. The place that I come from.
Okay.
You know what it was? I think I miss like just like my stuff home.
My friends, my people, my thank you.
Like you're having your own space, like just like.
I went back to like my childhood bedroom and it's just like it didn't feel the same. Like I felt like really empty.
It gets hotel now.
No, because
my walls are empty.
When I went to visit, it gave hotel.
Yeah, it was scary. Like my bed was like so low, like because I have like a high ass bed, and I'm like, wait, my bed feels so like small and low right now.
But I think what makes me homesick is just that the distance made me and my family closer, especially my mom, because we used to bump heads a lot, but now we're like really like we're getting closer.
Right.
And also like my sister, like hey sister girl,
I miss my sister.
Shout out to you, sister girl. Like that girl was my comfort. If I was like having a bad day, I just needed someone, I would just go downstairs to her room and bother her.
Right.
But I can't do that here. I just like I miss my sister so much.
I miss my dog. I miss my dog.
Oh my god.
My cat slept in my bed next to me every day for the past 9 years, and it's just like I can't. Like I'm sick, so I had to end up getting two little fucking builds where I had to get the cat.
Yes, I got a dog because I miss my dog.
I get it.
I'm just like, damn, like coming back home from like school, coming back home from high school, like the day was long, you know, but like your dog just like greets you with like the happiest smile ever. There's nothing like a love that a pet gives you. Like they're family,
right?
They're not even animals,
and they don't even piss you off like that unless like you know something. Okay, dogs be eating your shit and like.
No, chill out.
But like,
no,
he does us too much.
But like not the way that a human family. That's
right.
That point. I was like, their family is like easier family.
Easier.
I feel like
exactly.
I don't know. I just miss like when I was like in a like sad or like crying, and my cat would just know, and she would come.
Thank you. Yeah.
They're so smart. Like they're smart creatures.
Yeah, and just intuitive like that.
I was having like the most stressful week ever, and then I FaceTimed my sister, and we were just talking, and then out of nowhere, like my cat just pops into the screen, and like he starts like meowing, and then like licking the screen, like at like my face, and he knew that I was having a stressful week, and he just like sits, and my sister just leaves him on the phone, and we're just sitting at the phone, like just looking at each other, and he starts purring, and I start like fake petting him because I can't really pet him, and then he starts even purring anymore, so then I almost started crying.
That was a lot for me.
I literally almost cried when my sister called me and I heard her voice for the first time.
Thank you. Yes.
I was like, oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Whenever I see my little sisters like on face, I'm just like, I know, like they cried when I left. Like they cried. I was like, fuck, I'm such a bad older brother. Like those are my girls. I will kill for those girls. Trust.
Me and my brother, we're like really close. Like that's actually like my bestie for real.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but like we have like a big age gap. So when he left like for school when I was like 11, so like we didn't even know each other for real. Like who are you for real? And like he wouldn't visit. Sorry, I'm exposing your shit. But yeah, and then like I don't know, it's been kind of nice because like we call each other like once a week. Like we keep each other updated with what's going on with the film, and it's been like cute. So it's like I look forward to like going back home, like seeing my brother, seeing my dog, seeing everybody. But it's like being on the phone is also like fun as fuck though.
Yeah,
like,
I like the weekly calls. I feel like it's like less pressure.
It's like an update. It's nice.
It's like I'm so bad at like over the phone.
And like hometown friends too.
I mean, that's
like
I miss
all the
hometown.
friendships just like they feel just like so much more like low maintenance, but everybody's still on the same page.
Right. Because every time you guys call, like you know, FaceTime or whatever, the love is always still there. It's always still there. Exactly. It's like, bitch, I can't wait to see you.
I miss Key so much. Key, I know you're listening. If you want to get shout out, I miss you every single week.
Hey, Key.
Like,
mama.
I want to see you again. Wow. The ghost. Yes.
After like something adulthood taught me was your siblings mean like my siblings mean so much to me. Like they were like my first best friends ever. Like we're gonna be besties for the rest of our lives, and like I just can't imagine life without my big sisters. Yeah. And like the distance.
Are you the youngest?
I am the youngest. I'm the baby. And I'm a leg. Yeah, as a baby, I really look up to them, especially as I'm becoming like a woman, like an adult.
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I just feel like it's important for like siblings to like have a good relationship with each other. Like now, I feel like if you resent your siblings, it's not cute because like it's you have children. Like maybe if you both like you and your siblings want children, it's like they're gonna be cousins. It's like I feel like it's important to like cultivate that relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's like I hate to see like when siblings like actually like hate each other or like especially like if their at home situation isn't good. Like you guys need to unite against like the trauma that you guys.
That's my sister. Literally, my sister and I we united.
But like I don't know, like being adopted too, I think like it was always like a little bit different just because like he always just felt like for some reason it seemed like he always felt like I just like came in and like he always trying to make it a competition or whatever. So it was like it wasn't like a united vibe, but like so now that we're older, like we don't fight like we used to, but like we just like don't really talk. But like when we do have to like holidays, like there's nothing to fight about, so it's kind of nice. Like so I get the easier with time. Exactly, and we don't have beef, so it's like I know that I don't care to have beef. Like we're so grown at this point. It's like I'm glad that this is better because like when we do have like family and everything, like you said, like it'll just be peaceful. But it's not like we're gonna really have like
It's kind of like those things like.
My biological siblings. I have 10 siblings, and actually I'm the oldest for them, but I'm the youngest here. Okay. And like, oh my god, I would die for them. I have 7 little sisters and 3 little brothers. And,
wow.
Damn. All in Ethiopia, and like those are the ones.
How did that happen?
They're so beautiful.
It's Ethiopia, babe. Trust, it happens.
This is every year.
My dad said wives plural.
Oh.
He was all is in the villages. Like where I'm from, like not like the city and stuff. Like the villages are like there's like elders and like different traditions and stuff. Like that. So like my mom had me when she was like 17.
So wait, so like, you were born in Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was their toes too. And then
home country, like live for it.
But like also yes, I'm sorry for opportunities, but love the motherland always.
Right.
Support the motherland always.
Real shit.
I love the motherland.
Thank you. Send me home. Like we will go together.
Let me find my home. Where that? It's okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Life 360. Wait, no. What was it? 23andMe.
Okay, but the thing is, it's like I feel so like bad for like Black Americans. Like,
the side note.
No, but it's like it fucking sucks though. That's like you guys don't have a connection to like our homeland for real.
Yeah. Marley was talking about this too. She wants to get an industry because she's like, I just want to know where I'm from. Like, and I feel like that. Yeah, I would feel. Like, I don't know where I'm from in terms of, like, I didn't know where I was from in terms of, like, people that looked like me or, like, family or what blood. Like, to me, like, someone having the same nose as you, that's a foreign-ass idea to me. Like, no one that was my family, like, looked anything like me. Right. So that, to me, is, like, but when it comes to, like, knowing just, like, my roots and, like, the place I'm from and the ancestors, like, I have that. So I'm definitely grateful for that. And I feel like everybody deserves that. Yeah. Because then I feel like it's important to, like, develop, like, a relationship with their ancestors as well. And if you don't have, like, the opportunity, like, that's why I love those tests. But they should make them because
please, dude, they're so accessible. Hello.
Exactly. Like, I feel like everyone deserves to know their culture.
So, like, when I hear
that shouldn't be like a luxury.
Because, like, I feel like everybody in, like, the HBCU, like, a little group or whatever, they all know where their, like, ethnic background is from. So, whenever you guys have those discussions, it's just like, me in the corner, like, oh, hey, like, when people ask me where I'm from, when people ask me where I'm from, I just like, oh, I'm Black American, Right. And the thing is, like, y'all, like, so, like, I forgot my train of thought. But yeah, no, like when, yeah, like you guys are like African Americans, like you guys get the experience, the culture and stuff. Like get to watch the movies and shit, and get to grow up with the cookouts or whatever and stuff like that. But then you guys also know where you're from, like your homeland and stuff like that. So for me, I don't have all that.
Let's say something like. As someone who like has talked about this topic before at the BSU of my old predominantly white high school, that I was like president and founder of because they hated black people. Yup.
My school did not have a BSU.
We did, mama. So I just wanted to say, like, when we had this conversation over there, it really just highlighted, while I am African American, like I am a first gen American because my parents were immigrants from Africa, right? The black culture here in America is so thick and so strong that, like, it doesn't even matter where you come from because your home is your people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were taken and, like, from your rightful area, your rightful place, and brought to another country for slave trade and, like, work. But you guys truly made this place your own. American culture is a part of black culture. Rooted in black culture.
Like half the culture in the world is rooted in
and that's why I was trying to say it. Like
you do have a culture.
It's very beautiful. You want to know where your home is from, but sometimes home is just you. Like, you are your home, and that's what I just wanted to highlight. Any black person listening to this that doesn't know their home country or just, like, came here through the roots of slavery, you guys are truly the definition of keeping your culture alive. Like, you guys, no matter where you came from, have kept and developed a culture that spreads so much positivity, love, and beauty. That it's just like, I'm so like proud of y'all, and I hope that none of you feel like you're missing a piece of you, because that you is within you, no matter what. That's why I just want to say that.
R&B culture,
every culture,
blueprint culture.
Thank you. Everybody wants to be black until the police shows up. Everybody wants to be black but not have black issues. Like, it's actually, like, insane to me.
Y'all know, we don't have to say it, but we're gonna keep saying it.
We see the hoop earrings, we see the sticky bangs, we see the box braids, the fuck ass box braids. Your hair shouldn't even have box braids, bitch. That's why your hair's gonna fall out. The fuck?
We see the dreads. Dreads. That's what they are. We see them.
They're locks on black people, but they're dreadful on pump.
Caucasian.
Oh. No, my thing is, because, like,
where are you albino?
Where the wild ones are, that's what it's giving.
It just looks dirty.
You ain't that like a formed, like, shit. It just looks like a fucking rat's nest.
It looks dirty. It looks dirty. It looks matted.
It's not locks. Yeah, it's just matted hair that they call locks. But you don't know the, like, true definition of a lock. You don't know where it came from. You don't know why black people started doing locks, why black people started doing braids.
Why they started doing cornrows, bitch.
They don't.
Cornrows.
Plantation, don't play.
Right.
They put making
rice.
Yeah.
Put rice in their hair.
Making
so they could eat.
And when they, like, make maps with the braids in the hair.
Yeah, forget adulthood, y'all. We gonna give you a little education.
Whatever.
Because this is a part of your adulthood. You better not be fucking ignorant.
Yeah, that's
at this big age.
Thank you.
Yourself, because it's no longer black people's job to let a white person know.
Yeah.
That's why every person that I meet at this PWI who tries me in that way, I would never come around to you again, and I'm not gonna have that conversation at this big age. Like, no, we're not doing cancel. We're not doing any of that shit. Like, it's just
you're not canceled. It's just blocked.
You're just a piece of shit. Right. And say what you want.
Right.
Say what it is. Piece of shit. Thank you.
I didn't tell y'all about that tea yet.
Oh, it's like.
No, but you can say it though.
Okay, well, like, when Cal was talking about, like, being, like, actually, like, African American, that's where I feel like I struggle a little bit, like, with my own identity, because, like, I am African American, but, like, I'm like, because
African American equals black.
Yeah, like, here now, but the thing is, like, because I'm, like, North African, so it's like I'm still from Africa, like, that's where my peoples are, but, like, here I can't say that I am, you know what I mean? Because then, like, a lot of times I just get, like, backlash for it. So, like, this was just, I was just having a little fun. But, like, when I was applying to schools and everything, I went up to, like, my college counselor. I was like, what if I put African American right now? Like, that what y'all mean? Like, obviously I didn't. But, like, for Middle Eastern people, they don't have an option to say, like, you're Arab.
And
like,
by
you
design.
It's by design.
So then the white people can look like they have the majority in this country, but when we truly look at the ancestry of the people, it comes from outside.
Because I'm African American, but I have to put Caucasian for every, like, thing I have to do, because
like
it's not even from the Caucasus.
No, okay. And Caucasian isn't even like a correct term though, because the Caucasus Mountains and like the Europe that everyone is talking about, it's not even in relation.
Yeah.
Like the Caucasus Mountains is Eastern Europe. Everyone is from fucking England, Irish, Scotland, all that shit. You're not Caucasus. You're European.
White.
You're white.
And there's no issue with being white as long as you're not ignorant.
No,
as you're not ignorant.
Okay, we're talking about labels. Like we're talking about identity. Like this is bigger than you. Don't take it personally.
Bigger than you.
It doesn't go both ways.
It's something.
Yeah. No, I don't know. That was like just my little 2 cents. Because it's
I feel
like,
you.
yeah.
No, you're actually
I just feel like I can't like claim it. You know what I mean? But it's like I am. And then like my mom, shout out, I guess. But like, cause she's like so proud to be African and like an immigrant and all of that. And like she always wears like the necklace with like Africa on it. But then like so many people think like she's Spanish or like Hispanic. So it's kind of just like my family, like we're not like dark, like so I don't know, it's kind of like everybody's just like, girl, you're not from there, like don't act like you don't know, like
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, like
white African anywhere.
like
Yeah.
Americans can be so like ignorant
Dumb.
about race and stuff
Yeah.
like that, because growing up I was always kind of like, because I'm Filipino, I'm
Yeah.
Asian, but people would confuse me for like Latina or like Hispanic. And I remember like when I was little, I was explaining to a friend that I was Asian, and she was like, but you don't look Chinese.
Oh.
I was like,
Can we get to
I'm
microaggressions?
like, yeah, and so like I got it, sorry. Okay. So yeah, and like things like that would shock me, because I remember also having an argument with this kid in like 2nd grade and trying to explain to him that India was part of Asia.
Yeah.
And it's like, kids, like why the system is failing us. The education system is literally failing
Geography,
America.
please.
Because we are in.
What's it called? Filipino wasn't Asian. Like even college, you're still getting like college.
But it's so hard because like we were having like these conversations like elementary school, trying to like prove who we are,
And that's sick.
like we don't even know who we are at this point. Like we don't even like see ourselves. But it's like this ignorant shit is taught, and it is the task of our generation to break these shit, to like undo all of this ignorant shit, like, because it's not happening anymore. I'm sick of it. I don't want kids to grow up having to like answer questions that they can't even like comprehend. Like people would ask me like, why are my lips big? Like I don't fucking know why my lips are fucking big. Like why are your fucking eyes blue to me?
But then that's the same people who pay for lip injections.
Right.
Yes, they just pay for this
So like during like the Kylie Jenner like lip challenge era, like this like fucking ignorant ass kid that came up to me and was like, "Did you do the Kylie Jenner lip challenge?" No, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't need to fucking suck on a fucking shot glass to get my lips to be this big. They're naturally this big. Sorry.
Juicy.
Like it's actually
Since we're talking about fucking dumbass experience like that in school, and so growing up in schools in America like that, and then also being adopted, you know, I was put into them all white private schools. Lots of fun memories. Literally a cool elementary school, but literally, I think my first
just rush it, but
yeah. So literally was discriminated against by my. I can't even speak it's that much. Huh? Catholic. Okay, so Catholic preschool, private school, Catholic kindergarten, private school, and I was the only black person in both those. Catholic elementary, all white school, only black person in that entire school too. Y'all, we can talk like y'all. That should be enough said. But like, my first memory in my elementary school of racism was like literally be on the fucking playground. Like we're in 1st grade, we 6 years old. Like it should never be that. And I'm going out for recess, whatever. And this guy is hanging out with like my friends. I'm like, hey, can I play with you guys? He's like, no, you're brown. Oh! Like, you thought you ate. Oh, I was sick. I was sick because I didn't even know. But like, not to get to the humor as coping mechanisms, because
sorry.
No, I'm doing it because that's
true.
just
It's true.
get into it.
It is what it is, because it was a moment.
Like you can only like
It was
laugh
a moment.
because it's stupidity. It's just blatant stupidity. Like you can only laugh.
You can't let them win and take your joy. Like,
No,
and I just feel
you
like
can't let them say
that
you're
moment was really when I realized like I'm always gonna be like treated differently in this world, and people are gonna like off of a first glance they're gonna have those assumptions, and like that's just the reality of the world that we live in. And then countless experiences after that, but just finally getting into a public school for middle school, but then y'all, it was diverse, but then I wasn't black enough. Let's get into the whitewashing shame. Because then also being in a freaking white family and all the white schools, like, what was I supposed to do, y'all? I was trying my best.
Sometimes that's also another thing about, like, I guess I want to say like the black community. If you're not black enough, you're rejected. You're not let into the club at all. They don't want you there because they think you talk white or you act too white or stuff like that.
I was called like the whitest black kid like in middle school. Like middle school was fucking trauma.
I heard that so many times.
Mulatto.
Big lotto, please.
It was always. And then they want to give out the pass too.
Oh, the pass era.
No,
it's not validated.
The most disgusting part was the annoying featureism, like, because it would go both ways. While Kay's like, no, he got bullied for having big lips. Like, I got bullied for not having big enough lips. Like, I got bullied for having, like, how are you black? Like, are you sure you're black? Or, like, they would look at my nose and they're like, you don't have a black nose, though. No. I hate how different it is. Just because I'm East African and have different features doesn't make me less black. Like, I am still black. I'm still the same person. I might have... Thank you. That pissed me the fuck off. That pissed me off. Thank you.
I feel like a lot of like people from how can I say this?
Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people from Africa, like the older generation, they don't really like black people from America.
It goes both ways.
It does.
Like, a lot of older African like men and women are like, oh, you don't want to be like those black Americans. You don't want to be ghetto. You don't want to be too loud. Like, whatever.
It's just they come from like a different they come from a different mindset because they came to this country like they want to do better, and like they see like the implications of like the perceptions, the implications of black people like in media, and it's negative. Of course, it's negative.
Yeah, like I was just about to say that as well.
Because the culture in Africa is very much like respect is so pushed. Like kids there and the teachers, you don't see a kid talk, and if they talk at a turn of the class, they get like smacked. Like they don't play like in Africa. That's really how it is. And so for people like that come to America and then see how American culture is, they're obviously gonna judge on that and have their preconceived opinions and notions because of there, and that's the same way it isn't like any cultures. Like then Americans probably have do pass that same judgment on other cultures, and it's just the disconnect due to that.
It's just all culture disconnect. Like we don't understand each other.
Yeah, people just always want to be separate, and it's just never that serious. Like we all bleed red.
And do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like also like when people come from other countries and they come to the U.S., it's like they already have like that set mindset. Like they're just like, oh yeah, don't talk to them. It doesn't matter like where they come from. They're just like, oh, don't talk to them. Like don't indulge or
They think like the stereotypes, like ghetto, like whatever, like hood, like whatever, like the shit that fucking our own president of America be tweeting about us or was. Not no more. Not my president. Thank you.
No president's our president.
It was a mess. Literally a mess.
Yeah.
Like you weren't allowed certain hairstyles because that would be like too black.
Oh, let's talk about the hairstyle.
Thank God, actually, mashallah, because my mother did do me right. My head looks horrible with waves. Learned that story once. My head's not built for waves. It was a mess. No. So I went against. Never mind. This story is for another time.
No. What did you have waves?
So this was like early middle school.
So like, pictures later.
No, they've all been deleted. And
really?
Yeah.
Always need to keep pictures.
Bald head is always like the first black boy hairstyle.
It is.
Barely hairstyle. It's just shaved head, skinhead at that point.
No, when I got my hair cut off for the first time, I cried.
At first, my parents were happy because they're like, okay, his hair's short. Because like in my culture, like having longer hair as a man is like not approved, or like it seemed as again ghetto, trashy, whatever. So my hair was short for a good minute, and then like all the other kids started getting waves and shit, and I was like, okay, so let me pick up a do-rag. I did my shit, and my head was not looking good. Thank you. It was not giving. No.
That's why
some people look better.
I mean,
my hair texture was good. My hair texture was so good.
It'd be a whole audience around you.
They'd be like, wave check.
And if your shit wasn't swimming, if it was puddles,
you get slapped on the back of your head. Niggas would do it. and it was so funny.
Was bad,
like my hair texture was kind of like super good for waves because it kind of grows out like straight then curly. My hair is like a mess. Don't even know the real texture, to be honest.
Don't play. Your hair is the best hair.
It is. It's really nice, soft, and beautiful.
Don't slander.
But I don't know my texture. Like sometimes I'd be like, "Damn, am I 4C or am I 3B or am I A?"
It always changes.
Oh yeah,
it's
because there's like different.
Thank you everywhere. But back to the thing. So like it was good with waves for a second, but then right after I take the new rag and I see the waves, and then I look up. Damn, why your head built like that though? Oh! So then since then I grew out my hair. So thank you.
I got a peanut head.
Thank you. Didn't have that. Thank you. Yeah.
The relentless 7 heads.
7 head, 5 head.
I got bangs for a reason.
But it's okay. Rihanna did it right. Yeah. When Rihanna got popular, everyone's like, "Oh, big foreheads are cute now."
Thank you. What you on Burj Khalifa?
Thank you. When they're like, "Hello, Dubai."
Hello, Dubai.
Thank you. Now y'all want a big forehead.
It's always ghetto. But then when white people do it, it's cute. Oh, it's actually crazy because like why were the black girls like getting bullied for like braids and shit and like edges and like every single thing.
And now the fucking
wigs
are making you
and big butts.
The wig evolution is crazy. If you showed up to a wig in elementary school, you're done. Forget about your career. Thank you. It's done.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see who wins.
Right.
The battle of the blacks. Who's makes curious?
We'll see.
The wig evolution is crazy.
No, we need to talk about
the wig evolution.
Wait, you have a wig
crazy.
era too, Cam?
No, I always had long hair.
A wig era. Cam in a frontal. That's cute.
I cut my hair just before I came here, but
thank you.
The wig era is.
Yeah, if you have
It's
a wig in like elementary school, everyone would.
It was snatchies. Snatchies.
Oh my god! So this is Key's story, but so she had a weave like back in middle school, and her fuck ass friends, quote unquote, they took that shit off and they threw it around the cafeteria. It was mortifying.
Scum of the earth.
Real.
And that's when somebody dies.
Oh, that's exactly.
You know that one that's like, no. That would have been me. I would have aired that bitch out right there.
Because on the topic of relentless bullying, though, that was horrible. But like growing up in those schools, I was like went through a lot of bullying and shit, and also tying into the adulthood topic. Now, like obviously that created a lot of trauma. Like that goes without saying. But, you know, we worked through it. You know, we had therapists and everything and whatnot. But now that we're adults and we're, like, out here on our own and we're in these situations, or if you didn't, you didn't, and that's okay. That's probably even harder. And so, you know what I mean? Like, we're out here alone. We don't have our, like, families to, like, be seeing us come home, seeing, like, our health, you know, checking up or whatever, like, looking out for you, putting you in shit. True, exactly. But I feel like, at least in the beginning, it's like you kind of have to really be there for yourself and look out for yourself, and your own mental well-being is in your own hands. And for me, a lot of those, like, old traumas and stuff that you maybe thought you worked through and you thought you were over maybe come back into play a little bit, and like now it's like a different battle. I feel like because it's just like it's an adult mindset. But I feel like now it's like you gotta overcome it to decide who you're gonna be like as an adult in this world.
Facing all of those like traumas at such a young age, I feel like for me personally, it kind of just like it made me feel more prepared for adulthood because now I'm kind of like
you've been an adult
because it's kind of like
that's why everyone's like you're so
I've
mature.
Like been grown type thing. Like I've like been grown, so now it's like when things like come my way, it's kind of like I know I've already been through like my lowest, so I know I can like pick myself.
No, you always say like it's been worse.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, because it has been worse. So I feel like obviously like going to college, like having to like recreate your new identity, like go through all of your like past traumas, all the things you thought you worked through.
But I feel like you also get like a second shot.
But it's like your fresh start, and it's kind of like
it teaches you what you're made of.
Exactly. And it's just like,
bitch, I can do it on my own.
That's what I'm saying. It's like strong as fuck.
Especially like if you like went to like grade school like with like the same people forever from like K through 12.
Mm-hmm. It's a bubble.
You just like you just know everybody. Everybody knows your shit. Like everybody knows every embarrassing story. But like here, you get to share those embarrassing stories at like your own free will.
Yeah.
But like you get to be like your own person. Like you don't get written off like automatically.
Yes. Like your new start. And also like something that really prepared me for adulthood that I didn't realize until like now was quarantine, like COVID. Like all the shit that happened during quarantine, all like the trauma I gained from that made me more resistant and stronger. Now that I'm older, I'm able to deal with those things, that kind of baggage, like more maturely or like easier than when I first dealt with it during that era. Like I don't know about y'all, but quarantine. Ooh, girl.
Okay,
like,
can I feel like quarantine. Honestly, I'm kind of grateful that it happened.
Quarantine honestly helped me.
It helped me.
It like
Things were never better.
Never.
But like sophomore year,
I feel like
A's across the board.
I feel like our ego like restructured itself. You know, like we came back, we came out stronger.
Being alone with yourself for so long, like you have no choice.
It's just all you can do is self-work.
Because like we're always like around other people. It's like I feel like the universe was like, stop, guys, y'all gotta stop.
I need a break.
I feel like, but it happened at like, especially for like our cohort, like it happened at the perfect time. Like we were going into high school when like quarantine happened. Like it was freshman year for me. It was your sophomore year. Yeah, it was second half of freshman year, March 13th, 2020.
It happened.
The sophomore was all online.
Yeah, it was like near the end.
So it was like, I feel like if that didn't happen,
high school was a blink. It was a blur.
That is why. So it's either like you developed through quarantine or you didn't.
Yeah. No, honestly, like quarantine, it was kind of hard just because, like, obviously it's like all the isolation, like you couldn't really do too much. But like for me personally, I needed it. I was like not in a good space. Like I needed to be alone. Like I needed to work on myself.
So like going into quarantine, I was in the closet. Came out of quarantine. Everybody became gay after quarantine.
I came out sophomore year.
Oh my god! Wait, do y'all remember the TikToks where it was like I remember, what was it? It's like girls want to kiss girls. Yeah. Wait, can you sing it?
I don't know it, but like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, boys want to play with girls, and the boys want to play with boys. Boys want to play with girls.
Yes, but then they would always sing the part where like they.
Boys want to play with boys. Yeah, me. Tag yourself.
Boys and girls.
Tag yourself. The wink.
Speaking of like coming out and stuff like that, you know how people are always like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation. I was not. I'm glad I was born in this generation because I'm able to express myself freely as a gay woman, as a woman of color as well. Like, why would I want to be in an era where I couldn't be who I am?
Right, and you couldn't be as expressive about your opinions.
Like other eras, like they're fun, they're cute to like romanticize. Like the 90s, the 2000s, they're cute. But
if it were actually there,
because the reality.
Gen Z has such a unique perspective as going into adulthood and being the next generation of adults, because when we've been through the pandemic, we're the most like progressive generation in my opinion. We're making the biggest strides in my opinion that you've seen. And literally the world has given us nothing but fuck ass shit, and we've done nothing but bounce back every time and try to make it a better place.
Like our generation is really strong.
The world was this is a question for the culture. Do you guys fear our generation being adults?
A little bit.
No, not really.
I think we shouldn't be.
It's like half and half. Like I think half of our generation is like has let the trauma that this world gives us mature them, but the other half kind of hasn't gotten that click yet.
It broke us. It's a make or break.
Yeah, it made or break us.
I feel like the old generation is like scared of our generation.
Oh, they are. They're terrified.
But I feel like that always happens. So I feel like we don't realize this. But like every generation, you're always gonna hate on the next one. We're gonna hate on.
But like we're like changing like we changed like the whole work thing because if we feel like unvalued, we're just gonna leave. Like we don't care.
We stand up for ourselves. The old generation, they put up with so much shit just to work.
Yeah, because of like respect your elders.
Just keep your job. Like
we say fuck the elders. elders. We don't give a fuck. We say fuck the elders, fuck the kids. We don't care.
We're actually using
Fuck them kids.
we're actually using our voices.
I feel like our generation is the respect is earned, it's not given.
Yeah.
That's what
And like the elders would go by, they would just respect their boss. It doesn't matter what the boss did. They could have cut their pay in half. They're like, I'm still coming to work the next day. No, I quit. Right. Now it's like, I'm quitting.
I'm taking mental health day.
Right.
Mental health year.
The whole year.
I'm retiring. Sorry.
Early.
Oh, and like like that gap between our generation and I don't know how old y'all's parents are, but my parents are like
We're like in their 40s.
mine are like
50s.
in their 50s.
About it.
They're a lot older than me. So it's just like that gap, especially having immigrant parents and like how we grew up was like so different. Like my mother would be over here.
The amount of stories my parents would always tell me of like, oh, like you know what I had to go through, and like they would like pass that down like to me and like my siblings and like all of that. And it's like I understand, like yes, normalize for y'all to get like fucked up, I guess, but like don't pass that on to me.
No,
please.
because like my mother, she's not an immigrant, but she's not an immigrant, but like she grew up in the project. She grew up like really poor, and like now she worked way up. Obviously, like I love to see that for her. But she would always like talk about her like her childhood, and she'd be like, "Yes, like you have it so good." I'm like, I know, girl. You don't have to remind me.
Like my parents really grew up in like provinces, like the village. You know what I mean? So it's just like the difference of how we grew up is like we're so far apart from each other that she says things like, oh, I didn't do that at your age. Well, you didn't live in America.
No,
like,
exactly.
Like my age. So
Exactly.
sometimes it's so hard to understand each other.
There's like it's like a disconnect almost because it's like you grew up so differently from your parents, especially because like my parents are immigrants too. So it's like we just went through like different shit and like
live in different countries.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I was born here, like I grew up here, and like they didn't, like they moved here like in their 20s or whatever. But it's just like exactly like they would always say the same thing to me of like, oh, like when I was your age, this, that, the other. But it's like, girl, like please, like give me a chance. Like we're not the same.
And I noticed that also in the higher generations, like not just with us and our parents, and then I see that in my parents and then my grandparents, like that also has a disconnect because I feel like it happens. It's what it is with generations, especially when it's that many years apart. Like if your parents are, I mean, some people, you have kids young, some people, I'm not speaking for everybody, but for the most part, parents are usually a lot older than you. So it's just not, they forget that they were once your age.
Exactly. And it's like,
and it's like, were you?
Do you ever think about like how your parents had like a whole life before you too?
Yeah,
it makes me kind of like it's so weird. Like you already experienced like your whole life basically, and then I've only been here. I've known you my whole life, but you've only known me like a portion of your life, a small portion. 18 is not a lot compared to like a 60-year-old.
And what the gag is, it's like sometimes they'll give you like little pieces of what they used to do, and you'll be like, my dad? What? No, but like my
mother did it to me all the time. No, but like my mother's like she opened up to me about so much. Like she told me about like all her experiences, and I'm like, dude, girl, she was a party girl down. My dad, party girl down.
I feel like now that we're in college, they're just like they're slowly like at least for me, they're becoming more open like about their life.
My dad don't give a fuck about what I do, but like my mother, she's like, I mean, as long as you made it home safe. Like I told her about the dirt party, and she was like, well, as long as you made it home safe.
Because now I can tell my parents about that.
Caffeinated drinks. Yeah.
Y'all felt it. They don't need
sparkling water.
I've never had to like hide anything from my parents really, but like I guess that's because they're from America, and also we're like not even that far apart in age, especially. But I feel like parents from different countries, they kind of don't want you to do what they didn't get to do. So they're kind of like holding it against you in a way. They don't want you to experience things that they didn't get to do at your age.
No, that happens like with me. Like my parents, like they were so like they're not like that at all. Like they're like happy I'm here. They're happy I'm living life. But like with other members of my family, like aunts, cousins, like I've seen that big time. Because like one of my cousins, like she got to move here for school, and like now she's living here. Like she's working, she's doing her thing. But like I don't know. Sometimes Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but like sometimes like I get the sense that like some people are like jealous of the opportunity she has and the fact that she got to come here because like I don't know why America's like all this big deal, so hyped up, like fuck,
It's
like overhyped
No,
shit.
can we talk about that because like first of all, I'm very grateful that I was able to grow up in America, more opportunities, and like I wouldn't be the same person I am if I grew up in the motherland. Right. But when I do visit the motherland, I just realize how nice it is to be away from America, and how different life is, how different the culture and the environment is.
Honestly,
exactly, more wholesome.
Yeah,
feels
like
real.
here in America, there's such an individualistic mindset for like every person. But like when I go back home, it's all about community. It's all about family.
Because I feel like it's more like smaller. Like this country is way too big. Like, it's humongous. It's transcontinental.
Exactly. So many different
it's
people.
Just like, so it's very individual. But I feel like that's also how like this country was like colonized. Like that's how it was founded. It's like everybody sticks to themselves. It's like it's man eat man, dog eat dog type shit. So it's like there's no community. It's like like when you like look at other cultures, it's like they greet each other like with a kiss on the cheek. But America, it's like it's a handshake.
And oh my god, something I noticed here is that like back home or like wherever, I'm always giving hugs to like my aunties, like people I'm seeing off the street. It's always like when you first meet somebody, it's a hug. But here, nobody does that shit. Like no cheek kiss, no hug. It's so formal. Like it's not community. Like
it's not even formal. It's just like robotic.
Exactly.
People are NPCs. There'll be no hand. Like sometimes there's no handshakes. Like
let's fuck a handshake.
Yeah.
Fuck a handshake.
Not even a hey.
It's just like
they just start talking.
It's a nod.
For me, the culture shock was when I went back to Ethiopia in 8th grade, and like literally in Ethiopia's culture, especially it wasn't the cultures that aren't American, like just Africa in general, and like a lot of different cultures that are people of color. It's just like you guys said, everyone's family. Like you would take the shirt off your back for the person you just saw and said hi to one time in the street, and that's like that's just how it is. It doesn't have to be like a thank you for that. Like that's just what the fuck it is.
Like friend. That's
and like exactly, and like going back to my village too, like. They don't have jack shit. Like they don't even have underwear or bras or anything. Like flies are in their nose, like and everything, and like it's poverty to the utmost. But like you will never see my siblings or anyone in my village out like a smile on their face, and like to me that just shows you like 100%. And as much as I'm grateful to grow up in America and the opportunities, I know that like I still would have been like a beautiful and person and me and happy there in a different way because happiness there is more simplistic, and in other cultures like it's more like it's off of love, it's off of feelings, it's off of experience, it's not off of materialistic things. You know, you don't need that validation.
But here it's very materialistic.
Yeah, like
when a capitalist society.
Exactly.
Rice greedy.
Like when I went home this summer to like the motherland, I was shocked at how like happiness came so simply, like how simple happiness came to me, because it's just like little things. Like even though I'm like sweating my ass out in my Lola's house because she doesn't have an AC or whatever, it's just like I'm with my family, I have like a roof over my head, I'm happy, I'm content. It's so easy to be just like to live life over there,
just like sit back.
You don't get caught up in
like
exactly.
I feel it's like
culture's too fast here.
It is. And I feel like that's why it's so important like travel like outside of America. I haven't done that yet, but I'm hoping to soon. Like I feel like it just like it makes you travel.
Makes you a well-rounded human being.
I'm looking for my new home.
More educated and everything.
I'm looking for where I'm about to be staying for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not trying to stay here after I
want to raise
graduate
my kids
college.
in Spain, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Ever since George Floyd, that's been my plan.
Really?
Because fuck that. And being from Minnesota, especially, like after that, I said I wasn't gonna have kids anymore, and I've always wanted to be a mom, but I just like I can't, in good conscience, bring kids into this world that I can't.
Especially like you know your kids are
and
gonna
not know that
too,
they might come back dead. They might not be alive, and I'm not gonna. As a mom, I'd be sick every day, and they're kids of color, especially.
Because I was thinking about this too.
America's not the place for that.
I was saying about this like with my mother, especially like my mother and I, like we've gotten so close, like after like I came out to her, like we've had our whole thing, like we just got so close, and like I'm thinking like she like really like she trusted me enough to like let me go, like you know it's like not that far away, but like still like she let me go.
It's a big deal.
And I just feel like I will never understand that until like I become a parent, but like what it's like to like let a child into this world and like to have to like it's so that's adulthood too, like later in adulthood obviously not right now y'all but
anytime soon.
But how many adults get a call and find out their kid's dead? Especially adults with kids of color, and that could be any of our parents, and like that's such a dark thing to think about. So like literally that gave me such a good perspective. Okay, I didn't even think about that. Like so when I freaked my mom out this weekend for Halloween weekend, she thought that I was sex trafficked because I didn't reply to her for 12 hours. Mom, I'm sorry, I love you, and I will never not reply for that long again.
No, and like my parents were so scared because like after like 9/11 and like Islamophobia and all of that stuff was like rising up, because obviously like I wasn't born yet, but like they had my brother, and like they were so scared for his life like every single day because like him being like a person of color just like outside and then speaking like a foreign scary language, like one that's not welcome anymore. It's just like I don't know how they went through it, honestly, because it's like honestly I feel like parents or like immigrant parents especially, like they are so much stronger than like people give them credit for. Like I will honestly like be forever grateful and like always kind of think about like they're so strong. They've been through so much shit like every day of their life. Like they're always risking their life every time they're outside, and like I don't know, like I'll never understand that feeling.
And I'm just like props to my parents, honestly, because they came here when they were like in their 30s, and you know my mom like somehow was able to come here, bring our whole family here, and she barely even knew English, and she was a teacher, you know what I mean? Like the language barrier, the culture shock, that must have been so hard for her. And my dad too, like he could barely, still to this day has a really thick accent. Sometimes like I'd have to like help him like translate things because it's like he can't get it out. But like I just really appreciate them for all like their hard work, because they really like work. I'm from the Philippines. Yes, go to the Philippines, y'all. If you go to the Philippines, go to Palawan. It's so pretty.
Mom. Y'all, we should have known a podcast full of all these people of color was gonna turn into this. We still don't know, but no, education. We all been suppressing some feelings at this PWI. Adulthood, shifting into adulthood as a person of color, going to a PWI in the big city. That's basically what this turned into.
What y'all know about it?
Real.
But honestly, like you find your people too, and like slowly but surely, and like maybe, and we're gonna see like survival. We'll see who sticks, but like for now, it's
feels like it's good for now.
You know what I mean? And I'm not worried about it. And that's what the nice thing is too, is like back home, I feel like in high school you think like your friends and who you have to be with this person, and you have to stay with the other. But like here it's like we're adults now, we have our own lives, and like we're just letting what's natural and what's like who is your like what you actually want to be around, like not what you feel like you have to, like, because like your circle is so small in high school, you're in a bubble, it's your town, it's just that same people that you know and the same faces, and like you have to kind of work with what you got. But like New York is so much bigger, especially, and college is like another bubble, but it is bigger, and it does give you more walks of life and like to really find yourself and find your people. So I feel like that's been a big perk of it.
Yeah, no, literally. And I kind of feel like it's also like a double-edged sword of like finding your family here, but then also leaving the family you made back home, like your friends.
I feel like it's like a little guilt in me, like when we like during like August, like you know, it was like really time to go. Like we were like my friend group and I were like we were really like realizing like shit, we're like really like gonna be apart from each other, and like mind you, like we would spend every like waking day with each other, like we would always like over at each other's house, like doing shit, and then it's like I felt guilt because I was like happy about going away. It's like, and like everybody was like crying like on our last day, and I was like, I felt emotional, like I felt sad, but I did not. I'm sorry, but I was like, but I was really happy. But I still have love for these girls. Like I love y'all. Like I love these girls. Like
that doesn't negate that, but it's just it just means like you're where you're meant to be. You know?
Yeah, no. And it's like, oh no, you can go.
Oh, go ahead.
No problem.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, I remember when I was still in high school, I saw a quote where it was like, your lifelong friends, you'll meet them like in college and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, I don't think that's true because I have my lifelong friends here, like my high school friend group. We still talk to this day. I love them so much. And I was just like, I could not like ever like see myself getting as close to anybody else as I am with them. But I met some really cool people here, like in college, and I'm just, it's kind of like, where have you been all my life? You know? I'm just like, dude, like if I knew that we would, you know, click this much and I would be like surrounded by so much loving people, like I would have.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, going so far.
Like, we have been healing.
Yeah.
And meeting people that you bond with and finding about their childhood and their past and where they're from, and then like finding those connections. Like, it's so beautiful. And like for me, I have people, I'm like, bro, we would have been the cutest friends in elementary school. Like, I would have loved you, friend. Like, if you would have had me back then, but like we have each other now, and so we're all like, we're learning and growing and healing together.
So like we like touched upon this like briefly like in our first episode. We were like, we like realized how like we all come from like different parts of the country, but like somehow like we were all able to like just like come together. Like,
matter of fact, where everybody from?
Right, right.
Ooh, we're not outing ourselves yet. East, west, south.
Yes. So like, okay, but like for like Zuri, for example, like he like randomly was assigned to Cal and I's room, like just like randomly, like
yeah.
We knew
I didn't know. No, I actually didn't know Zuri at all. Kay did.
Yeah. But like
always like
the one person, yeah.
And then the one person. And I've seen a lot of people it's worked out for, and I think that's so cute.
Exactly. And it's like we'd like just so happened to meet Hannah because of like Cal, like they had a class together over the summer. Like it's just like all of these like relationships just happened.
It was like the connections was just like we all just it just kind of happened.
And they do, and like it clung on because like we've met so many people here.
We've
like
went through so
many groups, so many people. Like
it's like that. You gotta purge it. Survival of the fittest. You find your people, like you said.
Yeah. Yes. And
trial and error. Literally. Free trial.
And it's like
I'm not there.
It really was. It was like a little free trial, 7 weeks. What was it?
Like 2 weeks.
Ooh. Shit, that was 2 weeks. A week. But like I literally almost didn't like make it here, so it's just thinking about that is crazy. Like I would have still been home, wouldn't have met as many like genuine people when I would have been stuck in like my hometown. Because for me, it felt like being stuck, trapped somewhere.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, I was fucked up. I was so like escape. It was an obstacle course.
I literally like went to my friend's car and had the biggest.
Oh my god!
Fire!
No, because I literally I
was so close. I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Literally kill myself.
Everything that I work for is for nothing. My
literally. Like, why did I get this fucking high ass GPA? This fucking I got 34 on the fourth week of my class. Like, why did I work so hard for me to not be able to afford it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that too. Why is college so fucking expensive?
Hello. Adulthood. Especially like with, like y'all are overachievers. Like
not too much in that school.
So it's just the fact that y'all have to pay so much, even though you guys like were in so many clubs and so active in your school. It's just crazy to me.
And the fact that like my major, like I'm gonna save people, like I'm gonna save people's lives. Like y'all can't call me some fucking slag. Like no, but I did that. Like I wrote that in my financial aid appeal. Like I asked for more money. I was like, I'm gonna save people's lives.
I had an appeal letter too.
Me too.
I was like, I'm gonna save people's lives. Like I want to do this for like my family. Like I want to. What?
Did you get more?
I did get more money, and I was like, I want to like end the black maternal mortality rate. Like
that's good.
I wrote about that shit.
I kind of lied on mine. I was just like, oh, my mom had to pick up 2 jobs for me. Nah, she picked up a job for fun. She picked up an extra job.
Okay, well, let's not let Pace ever do this.
Well, okay, so they did ask for like some documents. So, like, it wasn't.
I was gonna say, yeah, we had to submit proof for like.
Oh, I didn't have to do that. Yeah, but like I didn't get.
I don't know if we had to, but we did.
But like I'm glad I didn't get the money because like obviously I didn't deserve it and I already had like enough money, so at that point it was good. But I only wanted it so bad because like when y'all were like so like for me when I thought I wasn't coming, I like was crying in a playground near in my neighborhood. I was crying to Frank Provider. What is it, Provider? Or Cayendo. That was my shit. I had to cry that fucking park in that park, bro. It was so bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So I don't know about y'all, but being a performing arts kid and like the tuition is so damn expensive, and I already know my student debt getting out, after graduating, and it's just like being like
all of us.
because me and Amelie are acting majors, and so it's like it's kind of like in that field it's like you're like each man for himself type shit. Like, you know, you have to.
We said like we want to have to struggle.
We're gonna have to struggle for the success, for the passion.
It's gonna be so much more sweet.
Exactly, and it's just like it's like
the struggle makes it sweeter in the end.
It does, but it makes you overthink. Like, you know, when I graduate college, I'm gonna need to already have a job. You need to have thick ass skin to be.
You will get a lot of no's, and if you take that as I'm not good, then you might as well give up now because
you cannot take it personally.
Yeah, you gotta be strong as hell to be an artist.
Right. Being an adult, you better know you're the shit.
Yes.
You better have your head on straight. You better have your morals tight to your fucking chest. People will try to break you. People will try to fuck with you, and you need to like always have your own back because you're only ever guaranteeing yourself.
You're your own best friend. Sometimes you gotta be you gotta be like your own.
You need to be your first priority. Always put yourself.
And I feel like
always love yourself first.
I feel like college can really help with like helping being sure of yourself, of who you are, and kind of help develop you.
Changing, and you have to relearn who you are because you grew and
constantly
evolved again. And you might think that you don't get too comfortable, babe. It never
no, because don't get too stable.
And if you're with your friends and like you don't feel safe, like you have to advocate for yourself. Like, friends, I don't feel safe. You're not a fake friend if you have to like remove yourself from a situation. You have every right over your body to remove yourself from a situation that you do not want to be in. Like, being an adult is being able to remove yourself from a situation without worrying if you still have friends at the end of the day. Because you should still have your friends if they are real ones, if they are really adults. They will stick by you, like, no matter like what you decide to do for yourself. Just touch upon something.
No, and it's just like you're constantly changing, constantly evolving. So don't pressure yourself and the people around you too, because you know, have some patience, cut people some slack. I mean, don't let people fuck with you, but like, you know, we're still, and we're all actually this generation, like we're all growing up at such a weird time. Yeah, like what we were just talking about earlier, like COVID and all that.
Like 2023.
There is no time like 2023. There's no generation like our generation at all. Gen Z had to grow up real fast.
Real quick. But no choice.
No choice at all.
It was like, I feel like adulthood is like being pushed into the deep end. Like, you know how like when they teach babies how to swim, they just like throw them in the deep end.
Yeah. And they snap at them.
Right. I feel like adulthood is kind of like that way. It's like you have to like tread the waters of like life type shit, and it's like, yeah, they're gonna be like,
who's gonna float?
Right? Who's gonna float? Who's gonna sink? So don't fucking sink. You better swim before you drown.
Right? Doggy paddle, y'all. Doggy paddle.
Tread that
water. And if you ever feel like you're drowning,
hold on to a life.
Hold on to something. Like take care of yourself. You know. In conclusion, take care of yourself. Always put yourself first. Love yourself first. You know, be patient with yourself. Take care of yourself always, because adulthood is a rough road, and we're stuck in it. Can't do shit about it. We can't go back in time being a kid again. So we're here. So just live in the moment.
Thank you.
And keep fighting.
Yeah. Oh, one thing about adulthood. Yes. Be present. Because I'm not trying to sound like some dumb little child that thinks that I'm old. But like reaching this age where you can now say you're an adult and you have to look back on like a whole era of your life that's over and you've lived.
Crazy.
It is crazy. And the fact that we can say that now, I'm not trying to be like at this big age, like back in my day. But
it's real.
But it really is. And like time fucking flies, and we sat in those years and we were like, we want to be grown, we want to be grown, we want to do grown shit. And I did want to be grown, and I'm glad I'm grown now, because I'm not saying my childhood was not sunshine and roses.
I feel like you worked hard to become grown though.
Definitely, but now that we're here, it makes you realize time is so scarce, and you need to be present and enjoy every moment in your time that you have left on this earth, because life is fragile.
And also, like, you don't want to be like those fuck ass 40-year-olds who are like acting like they're a child. Like, that's ugly as fuck. Grow up, please.
Right.
Like, don't do all that.
See, like my Virgo tendency is to like always plan ahead for the future. So like I'm always thinking ahead, but it's also like I always have to like ground myself and be like, okay.
I do that too. We're both Virgos.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Virgo gang. Shout out to my Virgos.
Shout out to the Virgos.
No, literally, I feel like I'm always overthinking about my future, planning my future, my goals, and like I'm always like pressuring myself, stressing myself about like what can I do right now for the future. But like yes, I do, but it's also like I have to think about what can I do right now for myself at the moment, not just for who I'm gonna be later.
But I feel like in a way, like planning for my future also like helps me in the moment.
That's true, because I think about it in a healthy way, like not in a way that you're beating yourself up for it, but just like being prepared for what's
that, because I feel like I can look and relate. I'm not a Virgo, but
you're a Taurus.
Taurus, big Taurus. Yes, Earth sign. That's what I'm saying. So like I can relate where I'm like I'm overthinking all the time about like, oh my god, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna be a bum? I'm gonna be like a starving artist, yada yada yada, stuff like that. But I've like learned to live in the present a lot more. Like I've
big love for my art majors.
I know it's hard out here. It's hard. I've learned to like just be more grounded and enjoy the present moment for myself, and I feel like that's a part of being an adult too. It's just not trying to like wear yourself thin like you guys do, and kind of worry about also like worry about your responsibilities and stuff like that. Get on your shit, but like. Also, just enjoy the moment for what it is, because, like we were saying, like time is fleeting, and just enjoy it for what it is. Just be in the present, bro. That's what I try to do.
Everyone's like chatting out their signs, like big rep to air signs too. Like we deserve some love. Like, thank you. I'm gonna let you stick together. Like. No, and I see the vision of everyone else, and it's like, oh, like you guys see your future, you work hard towards it. Sometimes you think about it, but like sometimes, like I saw you have
too many futures.
I do have too many futures. That's so real. Like
we're multifaceted.
Thank you, but you don't get it.
Like, be everything, be everywhere, do everything.
Thank you. My main moral is I want to help somebody. It doesn't matter where I go to politics. It doesn't matter where I go to medicine. It doesn't matter where I go to like some type of PR, because like I'm in love with so many things and my future is so bright and so beautiful, just like everyone else is here.
So I'm a Gemini moon, and I feel like the same way. Like I really I had like this big struggle.
Always knows when to put himself in.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's called a conversation.
No one was telling you it wasn't.
Okay, but like I'm a Gemini moon, so I feel like I was struggling between like performing arts and like the science. So like,
oh my god, I see, like, that conversation.
Thank you. I see like where you're coming from, Cal. Like,
yeah.
No, like because like that whole thing about like when I was planning on what I'm doing for college, what I'm going to major in, and I'm like, do I want to be practical or do I want to do something that I truly love and I'm going to enjoy?
It's always chase what you love, your passion.
You know what I mean? When I said like, oh yeah, I'm going to be acting major in college, people were like, I got comments like, oh, like I always thought you were gonna just go into nursing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's fair because
that's also microaggression.
Because I was a STEM major and in high school, so it was like
I'll go say it.
So it was like I was planning to be a nurse, but my heart changed its mind.
And like, follow your heart, babe.
That's part of adulthood.
Exactly. Follow your heart.
And like being a person also picked that major, and that was a big struggle. Like I'm doing a minor kind of as that like little safety net, because like I almost just went to be a therapist, because like that's something that I know I could be good at. That's a that I would be good at. That's a practical job that whatever people say is realistic. But I knew like with the passions like that, when you have like you feel like you have that calling, like if I didn't at least try, I would live my whole life. Yeah. Like what the fuck if? What if?
Yes.
Oh my God. What if I would have just tried and I could have been it?
And that's something sad to have. Like you should like being an adult is like not having regrets. Like you should not have regrets.
Bitter adults be like, I wish I would have did this.
Please.
I don't want
and especially like, if you like have children in the future, like you're gonna put these regrets on
right. It's just gonna reflect onto the children. Yeah. It's a lot of mess.
No, because I have like growing up in like the theater industry, or like as a performer, I've met a lot of.
Wait, can we pause for a second?
Yeah. Like as a performer, I met a lot of kids whose parents were like, I can tell that they were those starving artists, that this is something that they wanted to do, so they pressured their kids into doing it. And it's just like sad to see that, and I just like don't want to be that person who didn't even try and will like crave that feeling for the rest of my life, knowing I could have done something about it back then. So that's exactly what I'm doing now.
That's so real. Live your life with no regrets. But also one big important piece of adulthood that I'd like to remind everyone about is now starts your permanent record. So please be responsible with what And now in the age of like tech and social media, please be responsible with what you post.
Digital footprint, y'all. It's real. It's not fake.
Everywhere, unfortunately.
If you ever like pop up, become famous or whatever, and even if you think you won't, and you just post these things for no reason, you could. And if it happens, that will be used against you. Like people will hold you liable for shit you've said, shit you've done.
Prune your close friends.
Thank you. Bitches are fake. Your close friends should not be above 20.
You say.
Your privates and like close friends story should not be above 20 people. Like if it's above 20 people, then that's not your close friends. That's a community of people that you hang with. Like,
girl, like keep yourself protected.
Thank you.
Always,
thank you. Do the manifestations.
Emotionally, physically.
Me learning that after the egg cleanse I did after this eclipse. Well, I ruined my close friend story so
Thank
bad
you.
Because people like to lie.
There are fake people in these worlds. Please stand up for yourself. Get away from the fakes and stand with the reals. Like that's all you have to do. Be with real people. Yep. No, yeah. I was just saying, like, be with real people. Like, cancel out the fake people in your life because they will be fun in the moment, but later on, they will like wear you down, create problems for you, and you don't want that.
Yeah, definitely pay attention to that. Like the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah, watch people's energies.
Surround yourself with people who you know, what am I trying to say?
Match you and want to become better with you.
Yeah, they want to become better. We want to nurture you positively and like the best.
You want to put stuff out there that's gonna like bring a
karma is real, yo. Karma is so real.
And I feel like being an adult is also like not being afraid to cut friends off. Like, because I feel like high school is like, oh my god, I don't want to lose my friends.
You see them you see.
The tomorrow math class is crazy. I was scared.
Yeah, like college, like you don't have to see the same people every day. Like it's okay to keep your peace of mind. Like you don't need to see people in the hall. Like literally, like bitch.
Choose peace always.
Thank you.
Being an adult is choosing peace.
Thank you.
And
on that note,
yes.
The biggest honor of our lives.
So much for you. You guys really back.
To my resume.
Thank you all.
Shout out.
Shout out to Sen and Amelie for coming on our episode. We're so grateful and so thankful.
Get rid of me, bitch.
You guys gave the best inputs, and we're just so thankful for you guys being here.
So thank you guys so much for tuning into this conversation, for this debrief. We talked about adulthood. We talked about all the things that go on. You know, we're all developing. We're all becoming adults slowly but surely. But we hope that you guys take like what we say and like really like apply that to your life. Like, you know, if you're like a part of that group, or like, you know, you're a college kid too, or like even if you're not, but like you're still 18 and like 18 and above, like it's just like anyone. Even if you are an adult, you can still develop. Just like grow.
Yeah, because we're always growing. We're like always changing. Growing. That's just like what being a human is about. Constant evolution.
Right. And when you're hearing others' mistakes, you can learn how to improve off of those mistakes.
In your own mistakes too. Like always try and reflect on whatever mistake you make. Always, because like there's something to learn from it. It's always a lesson. It's a life lesson.
Yep, and I agree.
And on that note, this is the 4 a.m. debrief. Signing off.
Woo! Bye, y'all. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Love you guys. Bye.
Make sure you are following us on all platforms: Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Post notifications on.
Yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Every Thursday.
Great. And interact with the show. Show your support.
And if you're that one person on Fizz that said low-key flopped, go jump off the Brooklyn Bridge.
I'm sorry. Talking about it, bitch, and you still giving us press.
Thank you. You're mad.
Thank you for the listen.
Thank you for the up views.
I don't need no press. Kill them all. Put them host on press.
And then lead into that song is the end of it.
Woo!